Hi everyone, I'm Katie from Katie Cat Stew. I just want to take a quick minute to let you know that this video is designed for you to embroider along with me in real time. So if you don't have your tools or equipment or you're not embroidering today, feel free to watch this video on 2x speed or skip around to the different chapters. Today we're learning the chain stitch and the back stitch. If you're new to embroidery and like to learn the different tools or how to stretch your fabric on an embroidery hoop, I suggest you check out this video. Now let's get started and happy embroidering. To start the chain stitch, penetrate the fabric from the back side and pull the needle and thread all the way through. On your first stitch, leave about a 1-inch tail to secure stitches. And remember, it's okay to look at the back side when doing this, just to make sure you're not pulling too much thread through. Next, insert the needle back into the same hole and pull the thread through, leaving a small loop. Then bring the needle up through the fabric a stitch length away, making sure to bring the needle and the thread through the loop on the top. Pull snug, but not too tight. Then insert the needle back into the same hole. Repeat these steps until you've obtained your desired length. The chain stitch is super handy for outlining projects, or it can be stitched in close rows for filling in objects with a really interesting texture. Occasionally, you'll pull the loop just a little too snug. Use the tip of your needle to pull the too tight loop out and away from the fabric until it's back to its desired length. When you're finished stitching your row or you're about to run out of thread, simply make a small stitch over the last chain stitch and weave about 1 inch of thread through several stitches on the back side of the fabric. To start new thread in the middle of a row, secure thread on the back side by weaving it under a few stitches. Then bring the needle and the thread through the last chain stitch in the middle of the loop. Then continue stitching as you were before. In all honesty, I don't really know what happened here, but I think I got a knot in the thread and had to partially pull out a chain stitch to get the knot out. I used a straight pin to hold the partial chain stitch from being pulled to the backside while I did this. Sometimes you just have to be creative when fixing problems. Later, I tried holding the hoop at a different angle and started stitching away from me. Sometimes you just gotta find the most comfortable position, and it takes a few iterations until you discover what works. When you're finished with your row, simply make a small stitch over the last chain stitch and weave about 1 inch of thread through several stitches on the back side. Congratulations on finishing your first chain stitch row. Now we're going to move on to the back stitch. For the back stitch, I like to start out the first 2 stitches as I would a running stitch and choose the desired length of stitches here, as we're going to continue this all the way through to the end. Then, when the needle and thread are pulled all the way through on the top, simply insert the needle into the same hole as the previous stitch and pull the needle and thread to the back side. Continue moving in a forward stitch motion on the back side of the fabric while moving backwards on the top side. You'll notice the back stitch uses considerably less thread than the chain stitch and, in my opinion, is a lot easier of a stitch to do. The back stitch is probably one of the most common stitches and is often used in straight outlines and forms the base of other decorative embroidery stitches. When you're finished with your row, secure your stitches by weaving under a few stitches on the back side. Congratulations! I'm so proud of you for making it this far. It takes a lot of practice to obtain even and straight stitches, so just keep at it. And remember, done is better than perfect. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.